Louder! Louder! Louder!
Free Alex Jones! 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 Free Alex Jones!
All right, everybody. What's up, Patriot? Come on, guys. We ain't here for a funeral. We're here to party. We're here to send a message, a crystal clear message that you ain't gonna tread on our freedom. Amen? Now make some noise! That's more like it. Well, I'm not your next speaker, but I'm here to introduce this guy. Our next speaker, he's from Austin. He's the world heavyweight InfoWars champion. Weighing in at 125 pounds, the undefeated, the undisputed. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Owen Schroyer!
Can I get an Alex Jones battle cry? I'll tell you an Alex Jones story. So there's a big football game apparently later today. Big football game, right? And we're gonna go downtown. A lot of people are gonna be leaving that game. They're gonna have had a great time watching football. Maybe the biggest thing they care about today.
Bread and circus.
And if it wasn't for Alex Jones, I would have been one of those people. I would have been one of those people that just was obsessed with sports. I would have been out at the game and someone's free speech being censored down the street from me, wouldn't have cared. All I would have cared about is that I have my football. So, there are a lot of people like me that are still out there that are probably going to go to the UT game tonight. And who knows whose world, whose life we might change today just by letting them know that free speech is actually under attack. That's a buzzword for some people. Oh yeah, free speech is under, oh free speech is dead, you know, I've been hearing that ever. Well no, it's actually true. Go look up Alex Jones. And then people see, wow, it really is true. Now, I know that Alex is listening right now, so I want to say hello to Alex. No, he's not about to hop out of that tree like a goblin or something. He's live from the studio. But I'll tell you another Alex Jones story. Most people in media, very few even attempt to do what Alex Jones has done, and nobody has actually accomplished what Alex has accomplished.
Amen.
And I'm not here to name names or talk anybody down, but most people in media that make it as big as Alex Jones have a yacht, have a private jet, have a Lamborghini, you know, maybe 2 or 3, and have you know 5 big mansions all over the world. That's not Alex Jones. Alex Jones has 5 studios in Austin, Texas. Alex Jones has given people like me a career so that I can influence more people and influence younger people.
Woo!
So what you guys have done to build InfoWars and what you guys have done to build Alex Jones is actually changing the world. I am living proof right here. Right here, I am living proof. And there's millions of other people just like me that are waiting for that spark, waiting for that fire of liberty to be lit in their soul. And you know, once that fire is lit, there is no putting it out. There is no putting it out. Just like the red pill. Once you take the red pill, you can't go back, right?
Right.
So first of all, I just want to say thank everybody for coming out here today. You guys are Alex Jones. You guys are InfoWars. You guys make everything possible. And while they're gagging us and trying to silence Alex Jones, you know your new role is to go out and be Alex Jones. Woo! You know your new role is to make sure that you share the videos. Tell your friends and family about Infowars.com. You know, we could be in the most dire times of our lives right now.
Yes, sir.
And you don't need to see anything to prove that except what they're doing to Brett Kavanaugh right now and the Supreme Court of this country.
Amen.
There is a group of people that are willing to make up fake sexual assault allegations and then use Hollywood and the Democrat Party and the media industry to force these lies on the American people and stop our will, which was electing President Trump to select Supreme Court justices. So people need to understand how dire things really are in America when you have free speech under attack and you have an entire group of people in Hollywood and in the Democrat Party that are willing to lie, make up false allegations to try to manipulate the Supreme Court in this country. But I know you're not going to be silent. That's why you came out here today. I know there's multiple people that drove at least 3 hours to come out here today. I talked to an individual who rode his Harley here from Phoenix. How about that? Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. Give me a shout out. Tampa, Florida. Where else we got? Minnesota. Massachusetts.
Washington.
Nebraska.
Washington.
Houston. We got some locals. Did I forget anybody?
Washington.
Washington.
Texas loved you all.
So there you go. So this is exactly what InfoWars is all about. It's about bringing people together, and you know what? They can censor us on social media, and they've been doing that. Hopefully we can do something about that. But you know what? They cannot censor us in the 3D world. They cannot stop us from looking at each other in the eyes, shaking each other's hands, and saying we're in this together, and we're going to save this country together. And that's what we're doing out here today. So one more time, Alex Jones is listening. We all thank Alex Jones. Let's give him one more live Alex Jones battle call right here for the entire city of Austin to hear. The answer to 1984 is
1976.
All right, next up we got Brittany Ann. I was scrolling through. I just started an Instagram account because I'm banned on everything, so I was kind of going through there, and it suggests people, you know, and that's owned by Facebook too, so I'm sorry. But anyways, it gives suggestions of certain people, right? And then it pops up this girl just shooting like crazy on her gun. I was like, oh, okay, let's check this out. And so I was looking at her, and I started to realize what she's trying to do. She's trying to empower women to be independent, right? With the Second Amendment, which is a beautiful thing. So I was like, we need more women like that who are going to come out and speak and kind of do what they can to empower. And she's a real feminist, right? A real feminist, right? Someone who wants to stand up for girls and their right to defend themselves. And so I just felt in my heart, I was like, she needs to come out and speak. And so she agreed to do it. So I'm very thankful for it. So let's hear it for Brittany Ann.
How's everyone doing? I didn't hear you. All right, y'all. Welcome to Texas if you're from out of state. Isn't it great? I guess I'm the only one carrying on stage. Like, what is this, guys? Like, woo! There we go. There we go.
Love our Second Amendment, baby.
All right, y'all. We're all here today because of the coordinated mass censorship on Alex Jones and InfoWars. No. Whether you like them or not, it's irrelevant. Everyone is allowed to have a voice and a platform to share their personal views. The censorship of conservatives, libertarians, President Trump supporters, and general freethinkers is real. Yeah! In case you've been out of the loop, here's just a small sample of the censorship being displayed across the internet. In June, Gateway Pundit did a study of top conservative news outlets and found that Facebook eliminated 93% of the top traffic of conservative websites and publications, such as Breitbart, The Daily Caller, Independent Journal Review, and more. YouTube has censored 80 videos from Prager University under restricted mode. But it should not prevent people from watching animated, age-appropriate, educational videos like PragerU creates. Even our military veterans that proudly and patriotically share their voices with us are being censored. Last week, Benghazi survivor Chris Peralta was temporarily suspended from Twitter for remarks he made correcting former President Obama. That Benghazi was definitely not a conspiracy theory. Army veteran John Burke has permanently been banned from Twitter for a while now. And last month, Instagram temporarily suspended his account for no reason whatsoever. Woo! Last month, Brokeback Patriot, a gay Trump supporter, had his account banned. One of his followers was an insider and went straight to Instagram HQ, and it magically reappeared within a week and a half. But to this day, he has no explanation as to why. I can guess. Educating liberals was suspended for 7 days last week on Twitter. And this one's actually interesting. He previously made a factually based tweet about the black community regarding statistics about the high school graduation rate, the fatherless child rate, and black-on-black murder rate, which Twitter then did later delete. Someone who saw it asked Educating Liberals what he thought he should do about it. And he replied with what most would think to be common sense. I would encourage them to finish school, wait until marriage before having kids, and stop killing each other. Twitter cited that as hate speech. Yeah. Common sense is now hate speech. What a time to be alive, guys. Now, just to refresh our vocabulary, hate speech by definition is abusive or threatening speech or writing that expresses prejudice against a particular group, especially on the basis of race, religion, or sexual orientation, which, as a side note, is now illegal in certain countries in Europe along with memes.
Islam.
There we go. Yes, you heard that right. Yep. Now, who decides what tweet, post, or video contains hate speech? Contrary to popular opinion, it's not the CEOs. It's not Mark Zuckerberg. It's not Jack Dorsey. They're figureheads of the company. It's the people physically behind the computers monitoring reported accounts and posts that decide, oh, that's totally hate speech. Delete! This person has had posts reported a bunch of times. I should keep an eye on this account and shadow ban them and slow down their follower growth. It wouldn't surprise me that actually did happen. Breaking news, folks. Hate speech is free speech. There, I said it. I know the truth hurts, but facts don't care about your feelings. Just because you don't like what someone says or think a video picture they post is offensive or mean doesn't mean it actually is. You just don't like it. And guess what? That's okay. You do not have to agree with everyone you know or meet. That's the beauty of being human. We can all think differently and have different opinions. The whole reason our founding fathers put this amendment in our Constitution is to freely criticize our government and political leaders without fear of being put in jail or in front of a firing squad.
Yeah,
Not gonna happen. Now, the biggest question that people have been asking each other is, how do we fight this? There are two ways. One, we combat this the capitalist way. Entrepreneurs creating new social media platforms that allow their users freedom of speech without fear of any censorship. We take their money away and no longer use their advertising services, and we delete and use we delete the apps altogether.
Free market, baby.
Two, my personal favorite, we keep fighting on the platforms that already exist. We don't let them win. We keep sharing the truth and not let the shadow bans and suspensions get to us. We keep exposing their hypocrisy and censoring anyone that doesn't fit their status quo. I want everyone to take out their phones if you're not recording this already, and I'm gonna just share some people that you need to follow and support, not including the ones I've already mentioned. The Gay Who Strayed, Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, Real Patrick, Joel Patrick, Real Broke Back Patriot, Brenda Spencer, Rogue Republican, DC Drano, Dreamer, Fleckus, I wish he was here, Anna Paulina, the typical liberal, and Ellie Mae, to name a few. Share their content, spread their message. Even if a post gets deleted, content will still work its way through the internet. Don't lose hope. God bless the United States of America. God bless Texas. And for the love of God, keep it red. And